For the past 30 years, Gina Prince-Bythewood has been one of the most important filmmakers emerging from Hollywood's new wave. Getting her start as a writer and producer in television on shows such as Courthouse, Felicity, A Different World, she made her directorial debut in her 20s with a film that is now considered a classic, Love and Basketball. Inspired by her time as a professional athlete, the romantic drama was produced by Spike Lee and made stars of its two leads, Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps, and heralded Gina as a vital voice to black cinema and a filmmaker to watch. As a writer, director, and producer, she solidified her storytelling strengths over the preceding decades with films like The Secret Life of Bees and Beyond the Lights, which flexed her versatility as not just a visual storyteller, not just an award-winning writer, not just someone whose stories can span scale and scope, but someone who could identify and shape compelling black voices and black stories.
Hi, my name is Hannah Mwiro and I am a screenwriter. The craft of making black skin glow like she did in The Woman King. Craft of letting like shafts of sunlight come through dark spaces in the old guard like it's like godly, ethereal light pumping through. And I think just the way she brings texture to her frame contributes to that exploration of love and showing like full humanity. I don't think you can sleep on her craft, and I think that's why she's becoming one of the great American directors. You know, she's up there with them, right? Because her craft is up there, and I think in her most recent films, the way she uses light shows us an expertise that a lot of people don't have, but it also reminds you that you're watching the work of a woman. And I'm not saying that light or fire or oil is feminine, but you're seeing the world through a different POV, which I think is so important and interesting and modern, you know?
In 2020, she became the first black filmmaker to direct a superhero movie with The Old Guard, based on the Greg Rucka graphic novel of the same name and starring Charlize Theron as an immortal warrior. Renowned for well-shaped characters and her ability to draw incredible performances, the blockbuster allowed Gina to execute extraordinary fight scenes and show audiences what she could do with a bigger budget. Something that became critical as she went on to helm a historical epic and the biggest success of her career so far, The Woman King.
We are the spear of victory! We are the blade of freedom! We are the whole man!
Based on the true story of an all-female warrior unit from the African kingdom of Dahomey, The Woman King became one of the surprise box office hits of 2022, debuting at #1 and earning over $100 million by the end of its theatrical run. Spotlighting black women Viola Davis, Lashana Lynch, Sheila Ateem, and Thuso Mundu in the physically and emotionally demanding lead roles, it was one of the best reviewed films of 2022 and was considered a favourite heading into award season. However, was entirely shut out of the Oscars, causing a public outcry and for Gina to shed light on the exclusionary practices of traditional awards bodies. In an in-depth conversation with The Hollywood Reporter, she said, "The Academy made a very loud statement, and for me to stay quiet is to accept that statement. So I agreed to speak up on behalf of black women whose work has been dismissed in the past." In the 95-year history of the Academy Awards, no black filmmaker has ever won Best Director, and no black woman has ever been nominated. Stats Gina used her platform and her groundbreaking success to highlight. A trailblazer whose career has spanned sports dramas to historical epics, romances to superhero blockbusters, Gina Prince-Bythewood has carved a path and inspired a whole new legion of filmmakers, such as Black Panther's Ryan Coogler.
It's about being seen and breaking through the pain of before in order to reach like the light of the future. And obviously The Old Guard takes that thematically, but The Woman King takes it not only thematically, not only in character, but through the act of a Black American woman making a movie about the Black African women that tried to fight the slave trade Now, if that is not talking to the past and talking to the present, I think she's in that film goes beyond being an American director to being a diaspora director. She is, through that film, reconnecting links that were broken through colonial violence. Now, if that film doesn't encapsulate, all that journey of generational curses, colonial violence, being loved, being human, I just think it's beautiful to be exploring ancestral womanhood at this time. Who came before? Who is going to come after? And what am I going to do now to make everything for all those people before and after better? And I think Gina is doing that with her work. And as a young Black woman and a filmmaker, I value that so much.